is exam season, and I just wanted to give you some ideas of fidgets and sensory tools that you can take into the exam room with you that will help you with your examination process. However, before we even start, I just want to say this is dependent on school to school. It is varied. You know, you can take the same things into another school and they could be banned. So just check with your school before you start, okay? So don't just take my word for it, okay? But for the very first time, let's go through this. First of all, with things like your revision, that sort of thing, and reading the questions, a Coho bookmark is amazing because this is an amazing tool to read with, because as you scroll down, it helps with dyslexia because it stops the lines from jumping up and down, and you can single out words, meaning that you can use this on the go. Now, I love that as a good little dyslexia tool. The other thing that I would recommend for things such as bookmarks or something you can just have on the desk is the 3D fidget bookmark. Now this is textural, so you can hold it in your hand and have lots of different textures in here, and it's really good. For those of you who need your exam sticker on the back of it, you can stick it straight onto the back, you know, with your name, your examination number, stick that on the back so you're not going to lose it. But most importantly, both of these are plain. These are plain, they don't have any words on them, meaning they're not going to get banned from your examination room. Then secondly, let's talk the most important things that you need to take into your exam room. A pen. Now Lagami is amazing because it has tools that, you know, little animals you can scroll up and down onto the pen, which is really nice to have, and there's a load of different variety of styles of fidget pens from Lagami. The other really good one that I would recommend is I think these are giant gimbals. These are amazing. They come in a pack of 4. They have different textures on them, and they can go in both mechanical pencils, which you do need for certain exams, and they can also go into black biro pens as well, which again, highly need. So those are amazing and discreet. Then you've got your acupressure rings and your silicone acupressure rings, because we've now got 2 different varieties. So your standard acupressure ring has got is metal. You can roll it up and down your fingers, and it is really good for stimulation, and it's a small pain stim, which is fantastic for anxiety, but also fantastic for just refocusing your brain. The silicone ones are a little bit harsher, they're a bit more tighter, but they're dead silent. You can't hear anything off them. With that in mind as well, Calm Bead Soap does some silicone beads, so loops, so you can have a looped one that doesn't make a noise at all, which is amazing. Then on top of that, if you need a pain stim for anxiety, that sort of thing, or to prevent yourself from skin picking in the exam room, because believe me, I've been there, pain stims are really incredible. So this one is from the 3D Fidgets. This is a pain pad, which is amazing, and I really like that. Then you've got things like, you can take a tiny little sphere on a stand. That can be from Dan's Fidget Foundry. There's loads of different variety of pain stims, including a good calm buddy, which is made from recycled plastic, and it's got a little one in the pain shell, and that's more of a discreet one if you want a discreet one, and you can clip that straight onto your pencil case. So if you need a pain stim, they're the best ones to take in the room with you. Then fidge jewellery. Now fidge jewellery can be discreet. Some of it looks like lockets. This is again dependent on school policy, so don't come at me. But they do things like bracelets, they do necklaces, they do rings. They're really good, really fantastic. Fidge also does these things called fobbles, which are fidgets in a scrunchie. Now I do know you can take scrunchies into the exam room, so if you're that desperate, take one of them in. They come in a wide variety of different colours. Again, I don't know if the colours are going to match up with the school stuff, but it's fantastic to fidget with. Then Paper Pandemonium does wonderful things like worry stones, texture blocks. Again, you might be able to take them in, you might not, dependent. And then Red Bear has these wonderful things called Mindful Moons that are nice and textured, and again, silent and discreet, and they come on a pencil keychain, some of them, so you can put them onto your pencil case. Or you've got Fummies, so worry stones are amazing as well. The only thing I will say about worry stones, some schools don't allow anything with faces on or words on, so just be careful of that. And finally, we've got things such as this, like little tiny sugar balls or little tiny stress balls. Now, what I will say is you need to be careful with what you're taking in, because you don't want anything that's going to pop and go all over your desk all over everybody else and cause you more anxiety. So what I would suggest is to have a sugar ball, because if this pops, it's just going to ooze out. It's not going to, you know, go all over your paper, all over you, all over everybody else. So a little sugar ball is fine, but always make sure that when you're taking it in, it is fine and it's not going to pop. You don't want to be causing yourself any more stress in your exams. And just remember, it is one exam. It is not the end of the world if you don't pass. It's not the end of the world if you do terribly. You can resit. There are other alternative paths, and just know that we are all wishing you the best of luck in whatever exam you're going to go into.